Today we're making my balsamic blackberry chicken salad. It's super easy to make with pan-seared chicken, and we're doing a from-scratch balsamic dressing. Let's go make it. I got the inspiration for this recipe because I wanted to do something with blackberries that was a little bit unique. I'm not a huge blackberry person. I like them, but only when they're in season. So I wanted to do a savory option that would turn them into something super delicious. I cannot wait for you to make this recipe. It's really quick. It's only 25 minutes or less. Before we get started, you can find my full written recipe linked down in the description below. Just click that link. It'll take you over to my blog where you can print and save this recipe at any time. Now, let's get started making the salad. To get started, you want to add 2 teaspoons of avocado oil to a skillet. You could also use coconut oil or another high heat oil. And then we're just going to turn this on medium heat and start warming it. While our oil is warming, you'll want to grab 1 boneless, skinless chicken breast that's large and cut it into small little bite-sized pieces, about 1/2 of an inch thick. If you don't have a large one, you can use 2 small. And then we're going to add 1 teaspoon of sea salt into this, as well as 1/2 teaspoon of ground black pepper. Now you'll just want to stir these around to completely coat everything with the seasoning. Once the oil is hot, it'll be running like this. That's the best sign to tell. So you just want to make sure it's completely coating the entire pan. And then we're just going to pan sear our chicken. So you can place them in with your spoon or you can use tongs, just kind of spread them out. And we're gonna cook our chicken for 4 to 5 minutes at medium heat. Make sure you do not move them while they're cooking. We need to create a nice sear on the bottom, and if you move them, they'll start to stick. So just leave them alone for about 4 to 5 minutes. When you're done cooking with raw chicken, make sure you wash your hands with soap and water to prevent any food contamination. Now, once the chicken is cooked for 4 to 5 minutes, we're gonna turn them each over. They should have a golden brown bottom, just like this. And then we're gonna cook these on medium heat for another about 4 minutes until they're cooked fully through. Again, make sure you don't move them so that they get a good sear on the other side. Now, while our chicken is cooking, we're gonna make our balsamic glaze. So we'll grab a small mixing bowl and we'll add in 3 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. I like to get one that does not have additives or any colorings, like caramel colorings or anything. And we're also gonna add in 2 teaspoons of raw honey. Next, we'll add in 1 teaspoon of avocado oil or olive oil, 1 fresh garlic clove or 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. I like the fresh garlic. And then you're gonna wanna mince it. So you can use a garlic press or you can use a microplane and then just mince it by grating it in. Finally, we'll add in 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt. And then we're just gonna mix this to combine. Now we're just gonna set this aside and go grab our chicken off the stovetop. Once our chicken is done cooking, we will remove it from the stovetop and let it sit aside to cool down just a little bit. Now, we're gonna get started with the salad, but you're gonna want to rinse your berries and your lettuce before we get started and dry them with a clean kitchen towel. First, you're gonna need 1/2 an iceberg lettuce head. I like to get organic. Now, you can shred this by hand or you can use a knife to cut it up. I'll show you how to do that. Now, once our lettuce is cut up, we're gonna grab a large mixing bowl or a salad bowl, and then we're just gonna put our lettuce in there. Next, you'll need 1/2 head of romaine lettuce. Again, I like to use organic, but you can use regular. And then we're just gonna chop this up as well. You could also just tear it up with your hands if you chose. Now we'll place our romaine lettuce in the bowl as well. Next, we'll need 1 cup of fresh blackberries. I like to get organic as well. This is about 1 of those little cartons or 1 little pint. And then we're just gonna chop these up into fine dice. It doesn't have to be perfect or they don't do the exact same size. We just wanna cut them down so they're not so huge and they're bite-sized. Now, once you have those diced up, we're gonna place them in our mixing bowl as well. Next, we'll need 1/2 cup of red onion. You just want to finely dice this if you haven't already. Then we're going to add the 1/2 cup of red onion into our mixing bowl. And then finally, we'll add in 1 cup of Parmesan cheese. I like to use a fresh block of Parmesan cheese and grate it at home. Now we'll add in our cooked chicken. It's cooled down so it doesn't wilt the lettuce. Now we're just going to mix this together. I like to use tongs to kind of toss everything. It smells so good. Now for the dressing, you have two options. You can either put all of the dressing in, toss it, and serve it right away. That's a great option if you're gonna eat all of the salad. If you don't think you'll eat all of your salad, make sure you leave it off to the side, and you can add your dressing to individual bowls so it doesn't get soggy. This will last about 2 to 3 days in the refrigerator because of the chicken. It will get a little bit more soggy because of the moisture of the berries, but it will still be delicious. Let's give it a quick try. That is so good. I hope this summer salad finds a very special place on your table during the hot weather season. If you'd like another summer recipe with berries, I'll leave it here or here. Definitely go check that one out as well. It's just as delicious. Until next time, go serve God by loving your family one recipe at a time.